Hey, sales team. This is Saturday night, and I know I probably look kind of rough and I'm a little tired at the end of the day, but I thought I'd put together a quick video for tonight that I would send out to you tomorrow, hoping that you will listen to it before Monday morning. So, this one is about being a differentiator. And what does that mean? What are the differentiators that you have that you can go and market this next week? So, I want to talk about that. There's so many, and they are varied for sure within LHC, but the main differentiator that you're going to hear me talk about is you. And that's part of why I've talked about how self awareness is key. And if you are aware of your strengths, of your weaknesses, and of the things that could help you relate to other people through conversation, through listening, by getting to know your and date your customer or your offices. Those are the things that are going to make you a key differentiator. It's a hard word to say. Try to say it 5 times. Having said that, there are differentiators that you have within your own agency. And so I thought just very quickly I would talk about that as well. So, one of the things that you'll be asked to do eventually over the course of this year is write down things that your agency provides that possibly other agencies do not. A huge thing right now is this continence care program. This could be a total game changer if you play your cards right, being able to go in and tell people about this program, about the simplicity of the 5 exercises. It really legitimately can set you guys apart. Other key differentiators could be your balance program with physical therapy. Maybe you have a speech therapist who is trained in LSVT. I would ask about that. See if your OTs are trained in the low vision program, and definitely make this part of your marketing strategy as you go out and talk about things with your groups. So, in saying that, how do you slide those differentiators in? I have a campaign that I do. Sometimes I do 2 a week, but most of the time it's 1 a week that I will give information at the beginning of the week and try to follow up with these people that I see 2 and 3 times a week. I'll try to follow up later. So let me just be very specific about this. When you're talking about differentiators within your agency, you want to be concise. Remember how we talked about how you don't have to describe the entire airplane? Sometimes you just need to land the plane. I think that's one of the things that we need to do when we talk about being a differentiator. Sometimes we feel like we have to explain all the details, all the statistics, all the data, all the whatever, and people can get really bogged down in that, and oftentimes don't really want to hear all that information. They do want to hear, however, how it will benefit them and how it will benefit their patients. So to be able to say something like about the continence care program, about how, for example, when you decrease incontinence, make people more continent, you're going to decrease falls, decrease the number of medications people are on. You're going to decrease UTIs and dehydration. And it's just really one of those things that can affect people long term. So being able to just very concisely say that can be a way to talk about the differentiations that you have within your organization. Being able to, again, maybe ask good questions. Do you have a lot of people who talk to you about continence care? Do you have a lot of people who maybe have come in and have fallen at night, etc.? Just being able to really figure out ways to bring up the things that are different. All of us are a 5-star agency. Some of you have the benefit of being a 5-star. I don't have that. We are just a 5-star agency, but that is a key differentiator. And being able to do fun things with your marketing about being a 5-star agency is something that you definitely need to go in and talk about, especially with your case managers and with your primary care physicians who, again, oftentimes they look at us as exactly the same. You know, they'll say things, well, y'all, you offer PT, OT, speech, you know, what makes y'all different? Well, what makes us different is we're a 5-star agency. Well, what does that mean? In very concise terms, being able to tell them that. And maybe deliver star cookies or star balloons. And when they ask what the balloons are for, you know, it's that we are celebrating the fact that we're a 5-star agency. Other differentiators that I'm just going to toss out there, again, are going to be the fun things that maybe you bring to the office. If you have not been on Pinterest and just typed in teacher gifts or sales and marketing gifts, there are pages and pages and pages of things that you can give away that have maybe some puns involved that could be a lot of fun to be able to give out and very simple. This time of year, I think it is so easy to be able to talk about things and show yourself as a differentiator in the way that you drop off things at the office. You know, being able to have all orange basket, especially with candy right now, and being able to say, aren't you glad you used Home Care of East Alabama? Or to be able to have, you know, leaves and a little saying that says, leaves fall, people shouldn't. Let us help with your fall risk patients. You know, there's so many different ones. Thanks a latte and being able to give the coffee. I mean, I know y'all seen all those things, but you don't have to reinvent the wheel. You don't have to spend all this extra money and extra time. It could be something very, very simple, but just something catchy that gets their eye would be a very fun way to be different than other people. The thing I just want to end on is truly how the key differentiator in all of this is you, the actual marketer. If people know that they are valued by you, if they know that you're listening to them, if they know that you are not just out about the sale, not just about the referral, but you really care about them, that is going to set you apart. I want you to think about ways and look for ways to legitimately set you apart. So the last thing I'm going to end on is something I want you to do. You're going to think I'm weird, and I'm just going to put it out there because I'm going to talk about it on another video. But I want you to, every day, let part of your day be, I want you to visualize yourself doing the things I'm talking about. Visualize yourself being in a conversation with maybe a doctor or a nurse or MA that is difficult to be in conversation with. And when you watch yourself do it, watch yourself being successful. I'm reading a book right now called Psycho-Cybernetics. I know that's a mouthful. But basically the whole book is how you can, just using your own thoughts and reflection on yourself, you can change your own self-image and how you feel about yourself, how confident you are, how successful you are, just by your thoughts. And one of the key things it talks about is like with athletes, they will visualize themselves being successful on the court or on the racetrack or swimming a race. They visualize it and visualize it so much that it almost becomes muscle memory. And I want to encourage y'all, we will definitely revisit this, but just kind of plant the seed. If you can visualize the conversations that you have that will set you apart, you know, being able to talk about your differentiators, be able to visualize yourself and being concise and quiet and calm and being that breath of fresh air I keep talking about with your offices. It's not just thinking positive thoughts like I'm a winner, I'm great at what I do, even though I do those self-affirmations during the day. It's a step further. What I'm asking you to do is to visualize yourself creatively being successful at whatever it is you're wanting to do. Your beliefs are going to drive your behavior. And if you believe that you can be good at these things, if you believe that you are in the field you're supposed to be in, if you believe that you are different from other people, you will be. It will drive your behavior. So I'm going to end on that because this video is at a little over 9 minutes. I want to keep everything under 10 minutes and just challenge you to go out and be the differentiator that I know you can be.